Yeah, we played a board game yesterday where it's like a team kind of game, a word game. So imagine me and you, we're working together, right? We're trying to get Gabby.
Oh shit.
Oh, there's echo. There we go. No more echo.
Yeah.
To try and guess a word. Like, let's say we pick a word. She doesn't know what the word is, right? Let's say the word is picnic, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what you and I do is we write on these dry erase markers a clue to try and get her to guess picnic, right? So we write all our words and we put them in a pile and then we reveal them. And if there's any duplicates, they get excluded from the clues.
Oh.
So let's say the word is picnic. What would you write down, a one-word clue, to try and get Gabby to guess the word picnic? Probably park. Or blanket, right? What are you doing here?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. What's that thing that they put?
Blanket?
That's called a blanket.
Basket?
Nah, that's too vague.
No, but the point is, it's almost like a meta game where it's like, okay, my first instinct is park because you have a picnic in the park.
Yeah,
but I'm looking at you. I'm like, is this asshole gonna write park too? And we're gonna cancel each other out, and then there's nothing left on the table. You know what I mean?
Oh. Yeah.
So like for me, when I had to guess, the words left over on my display were porcelain, throne, defecate, and unicorn.
What the fuck?
So what is the word?
Defecate?
Defecate?
Unicorn?
Unicorn?
What?
Oh no, sorry, not unicorn. Horseshoe.
Horseshoe,
porcelain, and throne.
And throne.
So if you saw those four words, what do you think the word is, or the phrase, or the?
It's one word,
yeah.
or it could be like a phrase.
It could be a phrase, whatever.
What's a porcelain?
Porcelain is a type of material, white material. They use it in sinks, toilets, bathtubs.
Porcelain, throne.
You obviously don't get it.
No, my memory of remembering words is really bad.
Oh, do you want me to write them down for you?
Yeah, you gotta like type it down or something, man. Just type it in chat here.
Okay.
Type it here. This gonna go. Porcelain. Yeah, dude, I have trouble remembering 4 words, man.
Yeah, this is throne. This is so hard to type.
Horseshoes?
And what was the one? I think that's right.
Defecate?
Yeah.
So defecate, what is that, like shitting?
Yeah.
Stable? Farm? I don't fucking know, dude.
No. Well, the word. I knew it was toilet. Okay. But I said toilet, and everyone was still looking at me. So I'm like, oh, it's 2 words. And I'm like, okay, toilet.
Horseshoe? What's that gonna
bowl?
Do with toilet? I
mean, like, no, it was toilet seat.
What's that got to do with horseshoe?
What shape is the toilet seat?
That's the dumbest clue ever, man.
Okay, what would you write down for toilet seat, Professor?
So oh man, it's not just a singular word. It could be 2 words.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up then.
Yeah, so the game was fun, but then there's a breakdown because I misunderstood one of the words. The word was discus.
I don't know what that is.
It's like an Olympic event where you throw the disc, I think. You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought
I know that's a sport, but I don't know what it's called.
But I thought that was discuss with 2 S's. So then I was giving clues. I'm like, oh shit, I completely fucked this up because I got the wrong word, and then
you spelled it wrong.
I misread it, right?
Oh my.
I'm like, and then that was a mess debacle, right?
Yeah, that's hard, man.
Yeah, so it depends on the words and depends on who you're working with. It's kind of like code names, but there's more liberty involved, and then there's also the meta game of people on your team screwing you over.
Why would they screw you over? Don't they?
Well, if we think the same word, we kind of cancel each other out. You know what I mean?
So you have to think of
a unique word, but sometimes everyone's thinking of a unique word. No one puts the simple word because they're thinking, okay, the first guess, someone's gonna guess.
Jesus.
Like, let's say
it's like a harder code name.
Yeah, it's like they had one where it's aquarium, right?
Oh,
so 3 people put down Ripley's, and then that obviously that kiboshed everything, right?
Aquarium.
Well,
nobody put like fishes.
Well,
nobody put fishes.
So one person put shark.
Oh god.
I put jellyfish because I didn't want to put fish because I was worried about someone.
You can only put 1 word, right? Not like
Yeah. You the people putting the clues can only give one word clues.
All right.
But the word they're guessing can be more than one, right?
Jesus.
So that was the issue. It was fun for a little bit, but then it got like really bad after one of the words was slumber party, and I'm like, oh god.
Wait, if it's aquarium, you can't do aquatic.
I guess that's a bit too.
Is that like too similar?
Yeah, I don't know if you can really
it's
do that.
not like the same word.
That's running a fine line, and I don't think we should be doing that, right? Oh man, we got 2 viewers. Oh shoot, we better start the show. All right.
Let's go.
All right, welcome everyone to episode 13 of The Player and the Pro. First impressions of Rise of Shadows. This is the player Will.
This is a pro Tachi.
How you been, Tachi?
It's been good.
How many runs have you done so far, sir?
I played like 21.
Only 21. You're slacking. There's
Actually, a little bit more. Probably like 24.
24. There's a guy on Reddit that did 30.
7.
37. He's making you look bad. Dude, you gotta step up your game a little.
Sorry, man. I still can't just play Hearthstone. I do have.
You do have work.
I do have work still.
Quote unquote work. What was your legendary that you opened in the first 10 packs?
Oh fuck, I don't even remember.
Was it anything good?
I know I got a bunch of legendaries.
Oh, it must be nice.
One of them was the High Spirit, the rogue one. That gives you a treasure.
Oh, that's too good.
I got that one, and then I think I got Nomi too.
Oh, so you got the cool ones.
So I could probably just play that kind of
a real deck,
a real constructed deck.
Dude, I'm just asking because I got Geppetto, and I was like so sad. I'm like, Geppetto, what am I supposed to do with this guy?
Yeah, it's trash.
It's pretty bad.
Oh no, some people said you can play
Death
in
Rattles?
Wild.
Nobody plays Wild. Okay, let's move along. No one plays Wild. So I only got 2 runs. I got smashed in both runs, 2 and 3 in both runs. It's a rough. I'm trying to learn something here. I'm still been busy and I'm getting my ass kicked, so it's not fun for me. But are you having fun?
You wanted to play Druid for some reason too.
Yes, I had one run where my first run was I did Hunter. It was bad because I didn't get enough 2 drops or 3 drops.
Don't tell me you follow Hearth Arena for Hunter.
No. I was just doing. I was free flowing.
Right.
So I started 0-2 with the Hunter, and then I managed to squeak out 2 wins at the end. I was like, oh man, am I gonna go 0-3 in the new meta? Am I losing all my skills whatsoever? Luckily, I was able to squeak 2 wins in the 0-2 bracket, and then I lost.
Yeah.
And then the second time around, I'm like, okay, let's try Druid because I was,
Did you
promoting Druid, and then this time I pretty much followed Hearth Arena, I think, for 28 of the 30 picks.
Wow. That
was a bad idea. That didn't work out so good for me.
Did you identify why you're losing?
It was more the Hearth Arena got me more 2 drops and 3 drops, but then I had no late game, and then I didn't have a really, spell buffing spell for the Druid to go wide, right?
Bad,
So I'm like having a little bunch of derpy 2-3s and 1-2s and 3.
No buffs. Was any buffs offered? And
like
Arena just skipped?
No. It gave me the +2/+2 on taunt, or +2/+2 if it's a beast draw card. Those weren't the good ones, right? And I needed like the twin spell one that would make the whole team wide and stronger.
Yeah, that wasn't offered to you.
Well, no, the other one was offered. The old school +1/+1 or summon a 3/2.
Man,
And of course, Hearth Arena didn't have that, so I'm like, all right, we gotta follow this just to see what happens if Hearth Arena knows everything.
You talked about Druid, and I just remembered yesterday I was playing against a Druid. And he had Violet Teacher on the board.
The 6/4.
No, it's a 3/5.
Oh, whenever he plays a spell, it gets a 1/1. Yes,
it gets a 1/1. So I was like, oh well, I can't remove it this turn. And then next turn he Power of the Wilds. So I just instantly lost.
So then he had a whole board of massive dudes.
He didn't even have that. I think he had like 2 minions on board or something, but just 2 minions alone, right? If you play Power of the Wild with Violet Teacher,
so you're getting a 2/2.
You get a 2/2,
and everything gets stronger,
and everything else gets stronger.
And he's probably going to clear your board and then have it for another turn.
I never removed his Violet.
So you lost at that point.
And then he was like, and then after that it was like Savage Roar.
Oh.
And then it was like that twin spell, that buffs shit. I'm just like, dude,
I knew that card would be good. I just never got it yet.
Dude, why did you draw the nuts, man? Give me a break, bro.
It happens. Yeah. It happens. All right, let's move on. Slide 2. First impressions. What do you got going on? Okay. As you reach around me and start doing things.
First impressions. So I played a lot more, and I got a wall of text here for you guys to pay attention to. Have you played against any rogues when you were?
I think I played against one. I was in the 2-2 or the 2 loss bracket.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna see rogues that much.
Yeah, well, eventually you'll see some bad ones, but
yeah,
I beat one just because the guy played so poorly.
Yeah.
Not because his deck wasn't nuts.
Yeah.
His deck had all these lackeys, and he was just like, oh my god, you could just smash me with all these lackeys, all this value you're generating. It just keeps piling up, and I can't keep up with this, right? It's like, it was just, thank God he was a really bad player, so I won because he misplayed. I tried to add him afterwards and told him, you gotta tighten up your game a little bit, son. It's like you're driving a Ferrari, but you're going really slow here. Like, come on, let's go a little bit faster.
Dude, that's gonna be the only type of rogues you see at low wins. The ones that really have no idea what they're doing, even though their deck is still really good. But yeah, that's well, I'll talk about rogue later. This is gonna be a class discussion.
So you're saying rogue is OP?
Yeah.
Are people starting to complain about the OP-ness of rogue yet?
Oh yeah. On Reddit, there's like several threads.
People are losing it.
I myself made like 2 threads alone. Anyways,
Well,
Warrior sucks. Warrior sucks.
Wait, how bad is it?
We'll talk more about it when we see the meta chart.
Okay.
But you know, the stats are really bad against Warrior, but I picked a Warrior yesterday and I got to 8 wins with it.
So that's good.
And it's basically exactly as I thought. You can't play Control Warrior anymore. So everything I draft was tempo cards. So I had like 6 weapons in there. And
6 weapons.
6 weapons, and 2 Nazoth first mate, right?
Oh, okay.
So then I usually had it on turn 1, and I would just hit face with my weapon because I would have other weapons in line.
You didn't have to save them up.
Yeah, and I didn't have a single card. I have 1 card above 5 mana, which was a Shovel Fist, but everything else was under 5 mana. And yeah, you just play this tempo style because that's just the way to win now. We'll talk more about that later too. One thing I want to know next is there's a lot more common cards and less rare and epic cards. So this is not many people are aware of this, but it's happening.
Yeah, but then I thought they were mixing the cards into buckets, not based on common, rare, epic.
No, yeah. So right now is you can definitely see an epic card with a rare card and a common card.
Yeah.
In the same 3 choices.
Yes.
But there is still a percentage of how likely a certain card shows up.
Okay.
So a rare card is around 15% of all decks. An epic card is about 5% of all decks.
Right.
And a legendary is 1%.
Right.
Chance to appear in a deck. So
on
average, on average 5% in a deck. That means you're gonna have on average like 1 to 2 epic cards.
Right.
In a deck.
Yeah, but I thought they were moving away from this because epic doesn't mean it's more for standard than it is for arena. No.
Yeah, I think it's for some kind of balance reasons because rare and epic cards tend to be more swingy. But in this meta, we have a lot of common cards that's super swingy. So I have here, we see more Flame Strikes than before. That's crazy. Right? We have more Flame Strikes now.
Yeah.
I just faced a dude at 4-2 who had 2 Flame Strikes.
Oh, well, you lose.
I still won that game. Because he's a terrible player. But yeah, there's more Flame Strikes. There's more Abyssals. Like the first draft I made in Rise of Shadows, I was offered 4 Abyssal Enforcers.
Oh my god.
And I was just testing, right? I was like, I'm not going to take all the Abyssals. I'm going to take a Zombie Chow, see what happens. So I took 2 Zombie Chows and 2 Abyssals. And it turns out I just needed to take all the Abyssals. It wasn't the Zombie Chow. I should have just took 4 Abyssals.
Okay.
But yeah, there is less Dragonfire Potion because I thought Dragonfire Potion was kind of defined Priest because in before Rise of Shadows, right? We had Mass Hysteria, we had Psychic Scream from Priest that was kind of common, and Dragonfire Potion is kind of like better than both of them. So I thought that was gonna kind of define Priest, but we don't see Dragonfire that much. So Nothing.
That's a good thing. You
That's a good thing,
guys were flipping out, thinking Priest would just slap everyone around and we'd have a Priest problem.
Yeah.
But you underestimated the typical issue of Rogue being Rogue.
Yeah.
And jerking everyone around and just being, no matter what they do to Rogue, it's still just going to be there. Because it's just, I don't know. It's just good at everything, right? It's like
it's really good in a tempo meta, and we're in a tempo meta.
Right.
So one thing that's attributing to Rogue being nuts is micro adjustment. So before they released Rise of Shadows, they removed all the micro adjustment.
So reset back to the olden days.
All the olden days.
Back to 1995.
So you can get like 2 saps, 2 eviscerates, 2 blink foxes, 2 backstabs in a deck.
And then you just win.
Like, there's just nothing you can do. They have early game, and then they have the value engine of Evil Miscreant. Talk about that card later. And yeah, so it's a tempo meta, and we're back to the 2-drop meta. So I had a Rogue just today that won 6 wins. It wasn't high, but I had like no 1 or 2 drops.
What?
I had like no 1 drops and no 2 drops.
Were you offered any? You just didn't pick them.
I don't think I was offered that much, but okay. I probably didn't choose it either. But yeah, I think even as a Rogue, you want to have 2 drops too.
Wow.
Because I only had 1 2-drop. It was Underbelly Fence, but I didn't have too many cards that generated cards from other classes, so it was kind of bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I won 6 wins, and I noticed every time I lost was because I couldn't control the board early, because I didn't have enough early game.
And then you're just behind, you don't have a board wipe.
Yeah, like, I don't think it's, like, for Rogue especially, I don't think it's just, draft all the 3 drops anymore. You gotta go back to drafting 2 drops.
Yeah, that's what I did notice. I think the game starts a little bit earlier than it did before.
Yeah.
Like, noticeably. Where some people, like, sometimes it might be valid to coin a 2 and then play a 2.
Yeah, no, that's really valid now. Like, I had a Warlock deck that just won 10 wins. I just finished it before this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the games I won was because I had 2 drops. Like, or coin 2 drops. Like, I had the 2-drop Pineside Summoner.
Makes your first minion cost 1 less.
Cost 1 less. So I just coined that, and then I could follow up with a 3-drop on turn 2.
Right.
And then a 4-drop on turn 3. I just won the game.
Yeah, you just snowball.
And yeah, a lot of times coining 2s feels really good.
Now.
Because
there's no more 3/4s jerking.
There's not as many, yeah.
Yeah. Thing is still here. The 3/4 that gives you a 2-drop.
Yeah.
He's still alive. I thought he was gone, but he's still in the game.
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay. Yeah, so I did notice that too, where I felt like in my first game I didn't have enough 2-drops as a Hunter, because, Hunter, you gotta go quick.
Yeah.
And then my second game with Druid, or second run with Druid, is I had too many 2-drops and I didn't have enough mid to late game. So I'm like, alright, we gotta find out the fine balance.
So the balance is, I think you want to hit 5 to 6 2-drops.
Wow. Okay.
Which is a lot. But
more than before.
And 1-drop, you probably want 1 to 2 1-drops.
Okay, so there's a shift. Okay, so is this increase in 2-drops coming from 3-drop slot or the 4-drop?
It's coming from the 3-drop slot.
Okay.
So you don't need as many 3-drops as before. Okay. Just because you also can't get as many too. So if you can't get as many good 3-drops, you might as well draft 2-drops.
Right.
So classes specifically that wants the 2-drops are, Warlock. Because I don't think you can tap on turn 2 anymore. It's not that good anymore.
Yeah, you're just behind.
Druid, of course, you wanna play your 2-drops. Hunters, you wanna play your 2-drop. Basically, most classes need 2-drops now.
I don't think there's any class that you don't want to.
Yeah, only Rogue is you don't have to draft as many because you can have the dagger, but you still want like maybe 3 2-drops.
Right.
At least.
Right.
So yeah, and lastly, my first impression, there's a lot of misbucketing going on. And, I mean, they, for the most part, they got, I don't know, maybe a third right?
Right.
I mean, 2/3. They got 2/3 right. Because there's not that many
new cards
that are, like, super good. But the ones that are super good are all misbucketed. several rogue cards. So we talked about unidentified contract.
Oh well, that was going to be abusive from day one.
Yeah, we thought everybody. Arena HS did a survey about how people felt about each card and what bucket they belong. And most people put unidentified contract in the first bucket. Yeah, it was a majority, and there was like maybe a couple that put it in the second bucket. That's it. There's nobody else who put it in the third bucket, and right now it's in the third bucket.
Oh, it's gonna move up.
I don't understand why, but it is. So it's completely nuts. And then there's other old rogue cards like Kidnapper, right? Kidnapper. There's not that many good cards now because a lot of cards went back to Hall of Fame.
Hold on. Like Kidnapper is the 5 mana 5/3.
6 mana 5/3.
6 mana 5/3 combo. Return a minion back to his hand.
It's in the second bucket right now, but it has the best win rate.
Because you're just tempoing the whole thing out. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and there's like not enough board clears to really like. There is a little bit more Flame Strike, but Kidnapper usually comes down after Flame Strike, anyways.
Right.
So yeah, Kidnapper, and then I wouldn't say Sap. Sap is already in the top bucket, but Blink Fox at this point should be in the top bucket
because it's powering up that other card.
It's powering up those other cards.
Right. If you have a class card.
Evil Miscreant, we'll talk about that card. That card should just be a top bucket card, honestly.
Okay.
Like I saw one guy on Discord. He drafted 6 Evil Miscreants. Guess how many wins he went?
10.
12-1. He won 12 games in the last one game. Like
because he just kept playing
6 Evil Miscreants, dude.
He just kept going off then.
Yeah. It's like
you can't do anything about it.
Stupid. Okay, some of the neutral cards, Eccentric Scribe. It's basically the little high main guy.
6 mana 6/4.
Yeah.
When he dies, you get 4/1/1 books or something.
Yeah. So Dragon Ball Scorcher is out of the meta. So
1/1s are good again.
This card is totally nuts. Birdie Shovel Fist is the most popular card on HS Replay.
It's not that good.
It's a little bit overpicked. Let's be honest, it's a little bit overpicked. But it's in the fourth bucket, so it's still kind of wrong. There.
Okay.
Like it.
But were you like? I think you guys were expecting. Were you expecting them to get the whole thing right as soon as out of the gate?
No, nobody expected to.
Yeah, that's like saying getting everything perfect on the first time you try something. Come on, let's cut Blizzard a little slack so they give us a preview card one of these days.
But the thing is how do you get unidentified contract wrong?
Hey, shut up. You want a preview card or not? My point is, let's just cut them a slack, okay? Look, they realize there's going to be... We should all realize there's going to be issues. The first time doing something, no one gets it perfect. Sure, Blizzard's a company with millions of dollars and people working for them, but no one's perfect, okay? No, why are you laughing? I'm not trying to be sarcastic. My point is, not every company is going to get it right away. There's going to be issues, and this is part of the growing pains. It hasn't even been 1 week yet, guys. Has it been 5 days?
Yeah.
5 days. Let's calm down a little bit and relax before we go nuts. Not everyone's even had the chance to play Rogue yet and abuse yet, so just give me a chance to have a little fun before we start.
Well, you better play something
quick
today.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get Rogue today.
Yeah, so I can have some fun and figure out how abusive and oppressive it is. Ooh, look. News section. News. What's news?
So news is... Oh, wait. I just realized we probably should have moved the slide a little bit.
News. Nerf Vendetta / Underbelly Fence interactions. Do explain, sir.
So, people found out that if you have tri-class cards...
It doesn't count?
Like Lotus Agents and Jade Spirit, it activates Vendetta and Underbelly Fence. So all you had to do was draft these cards and have it in your hand, and automatically you have a 0 mana deal 4 damage in your hand, or you have a 2 mana Totem Golem without Overload and Rush.
Well, that's much better. That's like
much
great.
better.
Yeah, that's all. That's game winning.
Those interactions were totally broken, and it totally broke Arena. I actually had a deck where I'm like, okay, you know what? I realized this is a broken interaction, so let's just draft all the synergy cards. So I ended up with like 1 Vendetta and like 1 Fence, but But yeah, 0 mana, deal 4 damage. It's broken, dude.
Yeah.
It was so broken that I would keep Lotus Agents, which is a 5 mana card. I kept the 5 mana card in my hand as a rogue, and I would just play this, right? Like 2 mana, 3/4 with Rush.
Or on turn 2, yeah.
0 mana, deal 4. It was so stupid. So then we all kind of complained about it, and then they did a hot fix on April the 12th. And then the Reddit, Hearthstone Reddit, they got super mad, man. They're like, oh my god, they stealth nerfed this interaction, and they didn't tell us about it. And then, but it turns out they did tell. They didn't make like a blog post about it, but
someone tweeted it.
They put it on the forum, on their forum where nobody ever checks, anyways. But they did it. So they did that.
Wait! People were complaining about them fixing the issue.
Yeah. So what happens is,
goddamn Reddit.
I don't know why, but WoW players are like, they're kind of just like, oh, we found this broken interaction. It's working as intended. Although, if you look at it from a developer or design perspective, no card should be able to deal 4 damage for 0 mana just for having another card in your hand. Like, you didn't have to play another card to discover a card from another class. You simply had to have it in your deck.
Yeah.
It's in your hand. That's the stupidest thing ever. And then they were complaining about it. So I was like, I'm not going to bother to reply on this Reddit post. There's a lot of idiocy going around here, but we're glad. Arena people are glad.
You're okay with it.
We're okay.
I never get to abuse it. Damn it, I missed out again.
Yeah, this is what happens when you are too busy with
first world problems with real life, yeah. Goddamn life. I wish I could just play Hearthstone all day.
Okay, so a couple other things. So Arena HS, the Arena Reddit, was kind of mad, kind of angry with, that's not true. Critical. They were critical of things that's happening about the buckets. And so Ixar, the developer from Blizzard, made some comments about it, just clarifications. So basically now we know how rebucking works, for sure. So basically what they do is, expansion releases, and then after a week, they
look at the numbers.
They look at the numbers, but the only numbers they look at for rebucketing is how often they're picked. Okay, it doesn't look at how strong the card is in terms of win rate. They only look at it at how often it's picked. So Evil Miscreant, for example, is picked all the time, and that's probably going to move up a bucket. But that's it. They don't look at the win rate of these cards. So this is why, last expansion we had Keening Banshee, the 4-mana 5/5. That's in the worst bucket because nobody picked it.
Right, because they don't like losing cards from their
deck. The 1% of the good players, they always picked it. So, yeah, that's...
I'm not too critical with Blizzard looking at that. Like, that's like a first level interaction that they're looking at. Like, they're only gonna usually people pick the best cards of the 3 available, correct? You don't?
Well, the thing is most people don't know what the stronger card is.
Yeah, they figure it out eventually. Like, the way I figure it out is either experimenting, listening to you, or getting crushed by a card multiple times and then realizing this card is good. I should start picking this card because it's kicked my ass so many times. That's how I figure things out. Yeah. The hard way. But so you want them to do a 2-level analysis where it's like, okay, how popular it's picked and then how often it wins?
Well, I don't really have such a big preference.
It's like
this is not what we're mad about. What we're mad about is every time they rebucket, they don't move it as high as they should be. So it's like, for example, Evil Miscreant. Let's assume 90% of the time Miscreant is picked, right? Mm-hmm. In the past, all they will do is move the card up by 1 bucket.
Right.
But this card right now is in the 4th bucket.
Right.
It is so wrong to even move it up 1 bucket. It should be all the way to the top bucket right away.
I don't know. Like I know what you're saying, that they should make a immediate switch, but then I feel like when you're trying to balance a game, it's like fine tuning something, right? You can't just totally twist things off the gears and redo everything, right? I think their idea of slight adjustments is the right approach. Because remember how they killed Warrior and Hunter by moving things too much?
Well, they didn't even totally kill it. Like Hunter and Warrior were both playable still.
Yeah, but they went from like low 50s to
like Warrior was still like, you know, number 5, number 4.
Right.
They didn't.
But then Hunter
went downhill. But I'm not gonna.
It's a Hunter, so let's just beat up on Hunter. It's a Hunter, so let's just beat up on Hunter. Nobody cares about Hunter, right?
Anyways, let's just move past this.
So I know what you're saying. Like, they should immediately jack things around, but you know, I like their approach of just fine tuning. Like, let's twist things a little bit every week. Let's look at it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that they don't fine tune it every week. Oh. So in Rasticon, you know, they did a micro adjustment in January,
right?
Okay, and then they didn't do anything for the next 3 months.
Well, they're probably working on Rise of Shadows by then, right?
Oh no, the expansion was pretty much done. Like they finished the next expansion pretty much.
Yeah, but then they had to fine tune it and figure out where to bucket those cards, right?
No, dude. Like, it's literally one dude who is doing the rebucketing, who's doing the bucket systems.
Yeah, so there's one dude,
and it's fucking 3 months, dude. And all he has to do is press a button. He doesn't have to look through all the cards.
Doesn't he have to play with the cards?
He just no. He doesn't play. He doesn't play the game, dude. Okay. He just look at the statistics, right? So the statistics are like, okay, so one card is picked 60% of the time, and they're gonna jack it up by a bucket. So we want them to fine tune it every week if possible, but they don't do that. They do it like
but you guys
once per expansion.
Maybe I'm just too nice to people, and I realize
you're too nice.
I'm too nice, and you guys are expecting too much. Maybe the guy has 5 other jobs he has to do along with the company, right? It's not like he just sits there and looks at the bucketing data only.
Dude, he needs to press a button.
Oh, you guys are too hard on him. All right, moving on.
Anyways, so there are other talks in terms of news, because the developer brought up the idea of maybe decreasing the number of buckets, because now we have 7 buckets right now. Mm-hmm. And in the top bucket, say for Warlock, there's only 3 cards. There's only Abyssal Enforcer, Zombie Shell, and Siphon Soul in the top bucket. So it's like, if you get those, you always get those 3 choices.
Right.
So maybe it's time to do less buckets, right? Mix the number 1 bucket with the number 2 bucket. But I could see if you mix number 1, number 2, you're just going to have a lot of number 1 bucket cards being picked over bucket 2 cards. So all that would mean is you would just get a lot more powerful cards.
No. I think this is a good idea. Like, let's say going from 7 to 5 buckets, right? I think that might make it better, because let's say you move half the second bucket cards into the first bucket and then the half into the third bucket. So now it's 1 in 3. Let's just say it's like that. Do you understand? You're still with me? Mm-hmm. So then you become like, okay, am I just going to pick... So then half the cards in the second bucket will never get played, right? Because you're going to pick the first bucket card? Mm-hmm. Well, not necessarily, right? Because I think when you're talking about first and second bucket, it's more like it's dependent on your deck than just power level at that point, right? You get what I'm saying or no?
Yeah.
Like
so I mean, initially they had all these buckets is to limit, you know, cards we see in the top bucket, so we don't see it as much.
Right. Like, the difference...
I think what they should do is, yes, I agree, decrease the number of buckets, but still put, like, you know, I don't know, like 3 cards in the top bucket, and...
Look, like, all I'm saying is they're trying to fine-tune the system, which is what we want. Because
I don't even know how to fine-tune this.
No, because...
I'm not developers.
No, because before people were complaining how they didn't look at Arena enough, or they didn't care about Arena, right? So then they invented the bucket system, which was, I thought, a great idea, because then, you know, back in the day, you only had to make 1 or 2 tough choices in a draft, correct?
Okay, bucket system is definitely better than before. Yeah,
right, and now they're trying to fine tune it, right? Like they're saying, okay, the bucket system's not perfect. Let's just try and move it to a better spot, i.e., instead of having so many buckets now, let's reduce the number of buckets and see what happens, right? I'm okay with this change because it might be better, it might be worse. We're not exactly sure what could happen, but you know what? I'm okay with this because 7 buckets seems like way too many buckets. And we only talk about the top 3 buckets anyways, right?
Yeah.
Like, no one cares about the 4th, 5th, or 6th bucket. That's just stuff you just
jam in there. What if they just did, 6 and 7? They put 6 and 7 into one bucket.
Yeah.
Or like 5, 6, and 7 to one bucket. And it just showed a lot more of them. I don't know how they do the buckets.
Okay, are you okay with this idea or not okay?
I think I'm open to it. I'm definitely not opposing it.
Thank you. Sure. That's all I wanted to hear from you. That you're not so stubborn-minded. Like, let's not change anything.
And Ixar also said maybe they will move cards to buckets 2 higher if it's like a really problematic card. So I have faith that Evil Miscreant is gonna move up 2 buckets into the second bucket at least for now.
Okay.
It's a bandage solution, but it's better than what we have now.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Oh, I keep clicking on things. Next slide. What's next? Oh, yes.
Here comes
oh, my goodness.
So this is the section where we talk about the meta. It's not just first impressions.
I feel sick.
Look at that shit, man. 5% increase, 58.3%. Right now, it's actually at 58.5.
Oh, I feel faint. Yeah, I'm losing all.
And then you look at Warriors. It went down 8%, dude. It went from like 50% to like 42%. And it's still going down. It's like 40% now. It's not like 42. It's like 40% now.
This is so abusive. Even when Dragon Warrior was slapping everyone around with the Super Collider, it was not this bad.
It was not this bad.
It was not this bad. Let's go. Just read out the numbers. Rogue number 1 with a 58.3% win. 58. That's...
The next class is only 52.7. That's a 5% difference.
That is ridiculous. I know you guys think like, oh, it's only 5%, but that is almost 60%. I've never seen anything close to 60%. Have you?
No.
It's probably gonna get up to 60 maybe if they don't do anything.
It's eclipsing now.
Oh, okay. Well, my bad. Only at 58.5. My bad.
Yeah.
But the fact that it is so crazy. Right, remember the one game I was playing against a crappy rogue? I almost lost.
Yeah.
And this guy's really bad.
Yeah.
I was thinking, my goodness, if this guy had any idea what he was doing, he'd just slap me out of the water. Like, blow me out of the water with a nuclear bomb. It's not even...
The win rate is so high, and it's so crazy because I'm a pretty good player. I'm one of the best players.
Yes.
And after, like, I don't know, 5 wins or something... You're just seeing rogues
everywhere,
every game, and they don't even play well. Like we're talking about, they dagger on turn 2, and then they just go face twice with dagger. Okay,
right.
Like even when we had a minion on board, like I might have a minion on board, they're still going face with their dagger.
Right.
So they're just completely playing badly, and there's the class power level is just this powerful.
Okay, let's just go over things quickly. We have Rogue, Warlock, and Priest all with a 50+%. Priest is 50.2, so it's right where we want all classes to be ideally, right?
Yeah.
But then we have Paladin, Mage, Hunter, Shaman, Druid, Warrior. So we have 6 classes with less than 50%. And with Warrior with a low sum 42 and Druid with a low sum 43.9, 44%. So you're telling me only 3 classes or only 2 classes are positive right now, and everyone else is just getting slapped around by Rogue.
That's pretty much
according to these HS replay numbers.
Some of the top players are trying to gain the meta because you see how Rogue and Warlock are both number 1, number 2,
yes.
And Hunter will beat both of them. Like they have a better chance of beating them than say like a Warrior, right?
Right.
So like you see how Hunter actually increased as well. Like Hunter was like the bottom.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking number 9.
It was
and then
sad
they went to number 6, so... Yeah.
Well, Hunter's always been like what we call in the old school Magic days, the fun police. Like, they stop the decks from being so greedy and just going off the rails because you're afraid
they don't want you to have fun.
Yeah, they're afraid you'll run into this because they feel like they could do anything they want because they get all this value and they get super greedy and they keep doing discover, draw 5 cards, do whatever, right?
Yeah.
And win in the long game. But then there's always those aggro decks, i.e. the Hunter decks, that come in here and slap you around and teach you a lesson that the fact that you're too greedy, which was always what you want in a meta to keep things from going off the rail, right?
Yeah,
Which is why I
feel like if they nerf Rogue, then we have a way more balanced meta because I've played a couple of everything except Druid. I haven't played a single Druid yet.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
But I played all the other classes, and they honestly don't feel terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But when they face against Rogue, that's when the terribleness comes in.
Okay, so... Well, where else are you going to take the win percentage from, right? To balance this, you can't take it from the guys that are losing.
Exactly.
So you got to take it from the top.
I also think Warlock should probably be nerfed a little bit because right now we get a lot of Void Callers.
Is Void Caller OP?
4 mana, 3/4, and Death Rattle, summon a demon from your hand.
I guess if you have a demon, yeah.
And it's very easy to get demons because all the big demons are common cards. Abyssals, Dread Infernos. And if you get a 6/6 for free on turn 5, you won the game. So
you know what I realized?
Yeah.
That the arena people, are pretty much all for equality. Because I feel like the rogue is the 1% that own 99% of the wealth.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to distribute it fairly.
Yeah.
Let's get warrior and druid some help here.
Yeah. Man, I like the warrior that I got 8 wins with. I actually because I was like, okay, I can't play controls. I'm playing tempo, but rogue just tempos harder than you.
Oh, wow.
So it's like you can't get there as a warrior.
You don't have all those cool spells like Super Collider or Echo Storm.
2 of my losses was against rogue at high wins.
Yeah,
like Coin of Evil, Miscreant, I'm done. Okay, anyways, so even the class popularity, rogue has never been the second most popular class ever. Like even when rogue was number 1, rogue wasn't this popular. But now rogue is so number 1 that it will probably eclipse mage.
Well, mage is number 1 because it was the first class you learned to play the game with, and it's very simple.
Yeah,
and
mage is very easy.
Yeah.
Like hero power is easy to use.
Yeah, it's
like if you think about how druid's hero power is basically just worse than mage.
Yeah, why would I ever pick?
Why would I ever pick druid?
5%. Oh my god, it's so sad. Druid's 5%, 5.8.
And it's still going down.
All right, next slide.
Okay, so now that we talked about how crazy rogue is,
let's talk more about rogue.
Let's talk more about rogue. Why is it so crazy? It's because of this little fucker right here. Evil Miscreant.
3 mana, 1/5 combo. Add 2 random lackeys to your hand.
I think a lot of people misjudge this card, myself included.
Was it on our list?
Yeah, it wasn't on our list. On Arena HS, there was a survey. And basically very little people put this in the second bucket. Like a lot of us actually put it where Blizzard puts it, around the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th buckets. Like nobody thought this was going to be that good until we played with the lackeys and we realized lackeys are
like 3 mana almost.
Tempo. They're just insane at pushing. Like, they're pushing tempo and they're pushing value. So, very few cards could do it that well. And the Lackeys does it.
I think you guys said a Lackey was about 2 mana worth. Each Lackey is worth about 2 mana.
Yeah.
I think it's actually closer to 2.5.
Yeah.
It's not really 3, but it's 2.5 because the power level on them is pretty.
Yeah. Like, 1 mana evolve is just so stupid.
And the fact that you get a 1/1 after.
You still get a 1/1.
I'm thinking like, wow, this is just.
And all the token bodies are relevant because we don't have Dragon Maul Scorcher.
Right, you have to deal those 1/1s with a hero power or a dagger or something else after. Or a minion, right? And if they coin this out on turn 2, you're dead, right?
Yeah, because on turn 3, the only thing you can play is like a 3-mana 3/4. That's like one of your best outcomes. And what they can do is they could just play 2 lackeys to deal 4 damage. And then you have... So your 3-drop died to his 3-drop, but he still has a 3-mana 1/5 and 2 1/1s on the board. So it's like you lost a card for nothing.
I kind of knew Rogue would go off the chain with the lackeys because it gives them even more flexibility. Because Rogue always wants these 1-drops to fill in the curve or use up their extra mana. Like, let's say they can't do anything on turn 3 really, so they could still
combo activator.
They could still dagger and lackey, and that's still a lot of value for Rogue, right?
Yeah, and there's also this one card in the meta. It's called Cookie Chemist. It's a 4-mana 4/4. And it flips the attack with the health. So if you flip this thing...
Oh my god.
It becomes a 5 attack card. And then it would kill every 4-drop in the game too. So this card could kill a 3-drop and a 4-drop. Okay, like that's Stone Skin Basilisk good, but better because you end up as 2 lackeys as well.
You know what? This just brought up a good point. Like I just realized that with the bucket system, I think it gives Blizzard more knobs to do with the adjustments. Like if this was broken in Arena, before the bucket system, the only way they could fix it would be to nerf this.
Yeah.
Maybe make it a 1/4. But then that might screw up Standard, right?
I feel like in Standard, this might get nerfed too. Because this card is seeing play in Tempo Rogue. And Tempo Rogue is like a tier 1 deck right now.
Right.
So this card might... Like, people play it enough and they're going to complain in Constructed too.
Okay. So then maybe if they nerf it 1/3?
So if you want to, game the system, right? Like, you want to hold all the cards. This is one of the cards to hold. If you think they're gonna nerf any card in this expansion,
get as many
this is gonna be...
Don't dust this yet, guys.
Don't dust Evil Miscreant. Although I can't... I've already dusted a lot of cards because I've crafted a lot of golden cards. Anyways.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah. Well, there is so much value in Rogue right now, and you just don't want to die. So you just draft a bunch of taunts, like Rotten Apple Bomb, Bach Creeper,
the
Furious Etten.
The 4/7. What, is he a 5-mana 4/7 with spell damage? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, 6-mana 4/7.
6-mana 4/7.
Yeah, that card's in the worst bucket right now. So
I think that guy's pretty decent though.
Drop that card. So you just don't want to die as a rogue. So you drafted a bunch of taunts. I would say not even too many. Maybe like 3 to 4 taunts. You just want to have some taunts at least.
As rogue or to play against rogue?
Oh, as rogue.
Okay.
And and then you just draft all these early game, and then hope you get 5 Evil Miscreants.
Or a couple of
Blink Foxes. Of
unidentified contracts.
Okay, so unidentified contract doesn't show up that much, and it's still a really good card, of course.
Oh yeah. Well, they kind of fixed that problem.
Yeah. Well, some people aren't getting Evil Miscreants, but other people are getting
too many Miscreants.
3 Evil Miscreants per deck. So
okay.
So we'll just on the same vein, we'll talk today about Laki Generators. I've seen all these cards in play, and it's kind of funny how Sludge Slurper is actually probably one of the least impactful cards, even though it's one of the strongest cards. And that's because they actually bucketed this properly. Sludge Slurper is in the second bucket. It's the only Lackey card that's in the second bucket. And it's a rare card, so you don't see it as much as the other ones. That's why I kind of, put it out differently. All the other Lackeys are common cards. And all the Lackeys are in the 4th, 5th. Evil Cable Rat's in the 6th bucket.
Right.
I just always pick Evil Cable Rat. I don't even care what it's up against. I just pick the Evil Cable Rat.
You're instant pick.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's that good.
It's that good. So all the Laki Generators are good. I faced a priest. I had 4 Evil Conscriptors.
How oppressing was that?
It was oppressive, dude.
A priest.
And especially because priest could have
evolve now.
Cabal Talon Priest. Yeah, it's just stupid. Yeah, all the evolve shenanigans just breaks the game basically. And then deal 2 damage. Deal 2 damage is probably one of the weaker ones because you could get the other 2 are also insane. Like the one that gives a minion rush and +1 attack, that one's insane because the bonus is permanent. It's not just you get +1 attack once.
Right.
The +1 attack sticks. So I'm just like, that's stupid, man.
Yes, so for an additional mana, you give your minion +1/+0 and rush and summon a 1/1.
And summon a 1/1. Yeah, that's a 2.5 mana card. That's card shouldn't be doing that much. Like what is it? Acris Veterans at 1 mana 2/1 that gives a friendly attack. But it doesn't give a minion rush.
Yeah, and it doesn't generate another 1/1.
And it doesn't generate a 1.
It's a 2/1,
but it doesn't give it a rush. Yeah. I mean, giving a card rush, that's mana.
Yeah, that's basically just shutting down everything.
Yeah.
So you're telling me lackeys are
Pick
OP.
all the lackeys. You don't skip on any of these lackey cards.
Always pick the lackeys.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I think maybe that's the issue. We underestimated
we
power.
all underestimated lackeys.
I thought they would be good. I didn't know I thought they would be good. You didn't think
it was auto pick good.
I thought they were going to be good.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were like, just a lackey. Yeah.
No, for me, I'm always a guy who needs to see it in action first before I determine these cards.
You gotta use your imagination a little.
And it turns out these cards are absolutely nuts, and none of them should be under bucket 3.
Okay.
And most of them are under bucket 3, so
take advantage of it, guys. Cheat the system, abuse it.
The funny thing about Evil Genius, a Warlock card, is nobody really expected this, but Warlock has a lot of ways to summon 1/1s now.
Yeah.
Because there's a Forbidden Ritual, it gives 1/1s. Fiendish Circle gives 1/1s.
Raffar's
Scheme gives it 1/1s. Possessed Villager is a 1/1 with a Death Rattle.
Right.
So if it activates on 1/1, this card is totally nuts. This card is like Evil Miscreant level nuts, but maybe not as much because the body is a lot less stickier.
Right.
In the 1/5.
Yeah.
And Evil Miscreant. Am I gonna talk about it more? I'm not gonna talk about it more. But Evil Miscreant makes all these other cards that are usually pretty bad in Rogue, like Shadow Step, Vanish.
Oh my goodness.
Like I've gotten Vanish from a lackey, and then I just vanished, 2 lackeys and an Evil Miscreant.
So I can play goodness.
More lackeys and more miscreants.
Oh my!
It was just a stomp fest, dude. Like it was just totally stomp.
Not only that, you also reset him.
Oh! Rares and commons are not offered equally. If you go on their forums, you will know that they're not offered the same. There's specifically a stat that says there's going to be 15% of rares, 5% epics, and 1% legendary. So I'll bring up the link later. But yeah.
Okay. Next slide. What do you got?
So next episode, what do we
hold on before you talk about. Has there been any cards that have, besides the lackeys, that you found impressive or useful lately in this meta? Like that 4/7 taunt with the spell damage, I find kind of useful. He's in a good spot.
Proud Defender.
Oh, Proud Defender was... Hey, whose list was that on?
That was on your list.
And I said, this is going to be good, guys. Watch out.
Proud Defender is like... It is kind of like Tar Creeper, but it's kind of like the opposite of Tar Creeper.
You mean better.
It's kind of opposite in that when it's your turn, it's usually a 4/6. But on their turn, it could just be a 2/6. So it's kind of have a... Yeah, but it's like 4 mana 4/6 with taunt. Nobody can deal with it. Like this is not the priest card, which is a 4 mana 4/7. I've actually played that card a little bit, and it doesn't seem that oppressive, at least.
The priest card,
because okay. I think we all realize that it's kind of like Zombie Chow in that it's only good on the turn that you can play it, right? So it's like Zombie Chow is really good on turn 1.
Right.
But if you didn't get Zombie Chow on your turn 1, it becomes kind of a shitty card after that. Right?
I hate top decking it when I need it. Yeah.
The 4/7 has that effect too, because the thing about Priest right now is, I'm not going to talk about Priest in a while, so I'm just going to give a little bit talk about how the first impressions feels like. But Priest right now is like, you can't play control. You have to play tempo.
Wow, but they're not good at that.
They're not that good at it, so you're picking less reactive cards for more proactive cards. So Cabal Talon Priest is still pretty crazy, so you end up taking that. Like, you would take that over Shadow Word Death.
What?
Cabal Talon Priest over Shadow Word Death. And I think the only card that you don't skip is Mind Control.
Really?
So, because Mind Control can be a card that you can play proactively too.
Right, just jack their thing, yeah.
Like, if you steal anything that's more than 6 or more than 5 mana, right? Like, I think Mind Control is just auto pick because of all the Birdie Shovel Fist that's in the meta.
Oh,
right? Like you take their Shovel Fist
and shove it back in their face.
Shove it back in their face. That's a lot of damage, dude.
That's the thing about the Burly Shovel Fist. Like,
it can't go face, but it can kill another dude. Right?
No, but it's funny how, like, I play my Burly Shovel Fist, and to counter it, the guy plays his Burly Shovel Fist to run into my Shovel Fist.
He's probably losing that game because he lost the card. Yeah, so whoever plays the first Shovel Fist usually wins. Well, I mean, Warlock feels pretty good to play around Shovel Fist because there's a lot of 6/6s. And then there's a lot of Divine Shield minions too that has like 3 attack. So like Cyclotron, right?
Right.
Scarlet Crusader is a good card now. The other 5 mana Divine Shield, Dalaran Crusader.
The 5/4.
Yeah, so all these cards can just go back into the Shovel Fist, and you just lose the Divine Shield, which is okay.
Right. I think that 5/4 is pretty annoying too.
It is so annoying.
It's like, I don't want to hero power into it. I'm like, well, what else can I do to pop that shield? I guess I gotta sacrifice.
The Shovel, the Crusader though is you definitely don't want too many of those.
No.
Like
Like the 5/4 is so much better than the Crusader. I know it's 2 more mana, but it's like, just the fact that it has 3 more health makes it an actual issue to deal with it. Yeah. Whereas with Scarlet, you could just, hero power.
These are cards where if they're ahead, it's really good, but if they're not ahead, you can kind of just ignore it and just go face.
Traveling Healer, that is a very good card. 1 mana, heal everything you have for 2.
No. Traveling Healer is a 4 mana 3/2.
Oh, wait, what's the 1 mana heal everything for 2?
Some potion.
It's a dude
card. It's a girl.
It's a girl, but that I thought that was annoying too. I'm like, what? You get to heal my whole team?
Potion Vendor. There we go.
Yeah, Potion Vendor. That's like remember the Dark Scale Healer? A 5 mana 4/5 heal everything. Yeah, that card's bad. Yeah, but the Potion Healer Vendor is like 1 mana heal everything for 2. I'm like, what?
It hasn't been that good of a card. It has just been an okay card.
It's okay.
Like average card. Traveling Healer is good because it's 4 mana and it's not 3 mana like Farseer. So it's like, because usually on turn 4 you're healing for 3. Usually, like you don't need to heal for 4 as a Shroom Brewer, because most 3 mana cards have 4 health in total. So at most you can heal is 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, again, it's been an okay card. It's nothing crazy.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much fun are you having?
Oh, God.
What does that mean?
I've been having a lot of fun in the first 3 days.
What does that mean?
But in the weekends now...
So, after the honeymoon phase of 3 days...
And yeah, after the honeymoon phase, it's... probably 5 out of 10 for me.
Okay, so in the beginning, what was it 9 out of 10? In
the beginning, it was like 8 out of 10.
Mine is
4. 9 out of 10. Let's do 9 out of 10. At the beginning, it was really fun.
Who said -4? Get the guy out of here.
But now now it's kind of depressing, to be honest.
So you think because you see an issue?
Yeah, and the issue is really just glaring at you.
So let that be known on the player and the pro. We feel social injustice in the arena. And we're here to put an end to that.
Calling for equality,
Equality.
man. Calling for
equality. Balance.
Get Rogue out of here.
No more down with Rogue. Down with oppression.
Yeah.
So, alright, so you're saying 5 out of 10. How good did Blizzard do with this set and just getting it out?
What do you mean getting it out?
Like with the Buck. You said they got 2/3 of the cards right. So that's pretty good. They're batting over 500. I'm happy with that. Maybe my expectations are low, but
your expectations.
No, you guys have this, I don't want to say unrealistic expectation of everything being perfect as soon as something gets implemented.
But once again, like we've talked about this.
Yeah.
How do you get unidentified contract wrong? How do you get that card wrong, dude?
You said it's not even popping up.
Even a casual player could see it. It's in the top bucket.
I don't know if that's a comment or not. That sounds like a backhanded one there.
So it's like, how does somebody get it so wrong and put in the third bucket?
It's fine. Well, the issue is, Boss Ben, is the fact that these are HS replay numbers.
Yeah.
We don't know what the overall number is. Not everyone uses Hearthstone tracker, HS tracker. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the average HS replay player is probably like 4 wins. So you're seeing more people at higher wins. So that's why it's kind of like why Rogue is so good.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Blizzard's own stats should have a problem too. Like it's probably not 58%, but it's probably easily 54%. So
yeah.
I don't know why they're not changing it as much. But
no, you guys want change too quickly. I think that for me, I think I'm about a 5. I've only played two runs and I got 2 wins, so maybe I need to tighten up my game a little bit. That's why we're gonna do a co-op.
Yep.
After this right now, and I don't know what classes I have available, but we're gonna try and abuse the system and get Rogue, right?
Yeah, we're gonna try to get.
We're gonna show you guys how oppressive Rogue is.
Although,
if you can't beat them, join them.
Although my last run of Rogue, I wasn't offered any good cards.
So that means this one.
I don't know if they nerfed it already. But I was still playing against Rogues who had like, double evil miscreants, double eviscerates. So I don't know.
So you're just the unfortunate one. I'm just checking I'm loading it up on my phone and see what classes we have. Right. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining us for another episode of The Player and the Pro with the new Rise of Shadows back talk. I guess we'll call it that. Stay tuned. We're still gonna do a co-op because I'm desperately trying to get better. I need help. I need all the help I can get.
All right, so we'll stop the stream now and we'll start it right over.
Okay, thanks guys for watching. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to hang out here with us. This is the player Will.
This is Pro Tachi.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week or right after here. Same bat time, same bat channel.